last minute text here to let everybody know that we are definitely on live. We've got a lot of ground to cover here. We're very excited. So definitely get any last minute text messages out here.
All the people on here, there's a bunch of people on here. I hope you're excited. We got some big announcements we're going to make today. We got some guest speakers. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we think you guys are going to be really, really excited. So I've got 11:01 on the clock here right now. So we're going to give it about 30 more seconds, and then we're going to go. We know everybody's time is valuable. We know it's Saturday, so just hang on here. Give it about 30 seconds, and we will go live. Just want to let everybody know we got a big event coming up. You already know that, though.
We do. We're very excited about that here, guys. It's important. Get your tickets. Space is limited. Get your hotel room booked here as well. Space is limited there as well. So, but we're very, very excited. And we're going to be talking in detail about this event here coming up here end of October.
Well, I'd say we let it rip, hon. We are good to go. So, again, just want to welcome everybody here today to the Saturday Zoom September 10th for MPGXtreme. My name is Andrew Burling. I will be a co-host today along with a number of people, and we're very, very, very excited about what it is that we're going to be presenting to you here today. You know, sometimes these presentations are about products, and sometimes these presentations are about opportunity, or like what you call an opportunity meeting. Today is about a compensation plan enhancement, which is our extreme rewards plan. And also we're going to do some recognition here today because we had a fantastic kickoff for the month of August. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the hard work, the amount of bronzes, of silvers, of golds, of platinums. Incredible. I mean, we couldn't have asked for a better start to the month. But before I get going, I just want to make a quick income disclosure. MPG is rapidly becoming one of the hottest opportunities in the network marketing industry. And we cannot promise you an income. It's all based on commissions. There's no guarantees of income here, but there's also no limit on the amount that you can make. So if you can live with that, if you can live with the fact that there's no guarantees, but there's no limits, then this is for you. This is a commissionable type of a business. And this document right here, it's on our PDF. It basically just says we don't have enough information, statistical information right now to be able to give an accurate disclosure, but you can read that on our site. So, all right, let's dive into it here. And what I'm excited to talk about, actually, Nancy's going to talk about this here. And all you have to do is just say next slide, hon, and I'll hit the next slide. But the big news here today is that we have a couple new pins to announce in the compensation plan. I'm hoping I have the right presentation up here. I'm going to be going crazy if I don't. Okay, I do. All right. So with that said, hon, I'm going to flip it over to you, and we'll just go through these.
Sounds great. Before we go through the slides and talk about the new ranks here, I just want to make a couple announcements here. Everybody, of course, knows, and if you don't and you're new, we're in pre-launch. What that means for us is that we started taking orders on August 1st of 2022. So we're 41 days old. We are shipping product and we are paying commissions. We've successfully done five pay runs, and so which is very, very exciting. But what that also means is pre-launch is everything is not perfect yet. I do want to say that you're being paid correctly. You're being paid as your proper rank, but do not be alarmed if you see that we're working on a couple custom widgets with a couple web developers, an auto ship one, a volume scoreboard one, and a holding tank widget A widget just means those icons you see on your homepage. And I say that to say this, that right now, if you're seeing that we're trying to adjust so that we're trying to simplify right now so that you can manage your business with what your volumes are. And so if you're seeing changes, that's not the software going haywire. That's our IT team trying to make adjustments until our custom things are done here to give the field what we need to be able to properly build our business. So I wanted to mention that. Also, when signing somebody up here, it's really important, even though you selected auto ship upon sign up, go in immediately, double check, make sure that their auto ship is set up. We're working out that process. We've seen it happen about 50% of the time it works, 50% of the time it doesn't. So we'll have that smoothed out here within the next week. But meanwhile, just make sure that you've got that set up. Now, I also wanted to mention one other thing here before we get going on this, and that's this, that on auto ship, it's more business protection. In other words, we have a lot of people placing additional orders to get extra product. That does qualify them. So they can then manage their own business. And if they want to push their auto ship to the following month, that's okay. But the reason we have people on auto ship is so that they don't forget. If you're on vacation, you're not thinking about it. Heaven forbid if somebody's volume flushed and they were inactive and no longer receiving commissions. So other than that, we're shipping product daily. Right now, my understanding is we're completely caught up. Obviously the orders over this weekend here are not shipped out yet. I think Friday afternoon orders will go out Monday. So those are just some of the updates here that we have. Did I miss anything, honey, before we dive in?
No, I think that's pretty much everything. I mean, we've been caught up on shipping since day one. We've got product going out the door. As a matter of fact, many of you are starting to get the brand new product, which, I'm not one to brag, but I mean, I got to tell you, this is a good looking product right here. They're all in foil packs. They're all sealed up. There's no oxidation. It's a hexagon shape. It's got bling to it. Our final packaging is here. And there's a photo of it on your screen, but that really doesn't do it justice. But it's a product that you can feel proud of. And it's a product that has sold, close to $500,000 now in a very short period of time. I mean, we're a little over 40 days old. And again, this is about a compensation plan enhancement webcast here today. We're going to give you some instructions, and we're going to do a lot of recognition here today, but let's dive into it here. Everybody knows that the building blocks of our plan are based on bronze and silver, and it's based on gold and platinum. So to become a bronze, you need to sponsor two people, one on the left and one on the right. And that would be with the premium package, our big boy package, for a whopping $199 and then a $20 web fee. The most you can spend here is $219 plus tax and shipping to get started. And then, of course, there's our silver executive with 4 active personals. So congratulations to all the new bronzes and silvers. The gold level is 8 active personals. The platinum level is 12 active personals. And as you can see, as you work your way up in rank, your opportunity grows. So set a goal to get to platinum as quickly as possible. How you do that is by sponsoring. And at all these levels, you can earn unlimited fast start bonuses. There's no limit to the amount of fast starts you can earn. Those $40 bonuses paid out on the $199 pack. And I got to tell you, I'm seeing people make hundreds of dollars every single week on fast start bonuses. It is so exciting. I mean, it's a light sale that pays 20%. So have fun with that. And of course, we pay out the fast start match of $10, and we have unlimited check matching. That's not what we're going to talk about today. The check matching bonuses pay in depth as you work your way up in rank. And Nancy put together a sheet called the Road to Platinum, which helps you track your platinum progress. So we're going to go to the next slide, which is to thank all the brand new platinums. that we had hit rank. And I got to tell you, you guys keep me working, because last night we had a brand new platinum, John Hill, out of Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas. John Hill, congratulations. Also, the rest of them, Dakota Yerington, all you new platinums, William Wallace, Braveheart, Robert Stahl, Erlenam Shaw, Adam Schiltz, Matthew Parr, Rich Morgan, Gregory McCurtain, congratulations, Fred Lee, Jeremy Lee, Ken Kelm, Kevin Hunter, Kent Gordon, congratulations, Barry Goolsby, Extreme Global, Jeffrey Fluck, Sherry Dickey, Michael and Barbara Dew, Eric Carlson, Mitch Cantelli, Robert and Sarah Brown, Libby Benson, Keith Barlow, Brian Woodford, and Stephen Knutson, brand new platinums here this week. And then again, John Hill, who just became platinum last night. Guys, this is exciting. This is your future leadership base right here. And listen, I know many of you were at gold and you have like 10, or you're gold and you have 11. There's no time limit on becoming bronze, silver, gold, or platinum. There is no time limit. There's only a time limit from the rank that we're going to talk about next, moving forward. So Nancy, over to you.
Well, thanks so much. We're very, very excited to introduce 2 new ranks. And the reason behind this is what we saw after the first 30 days of launch. And I want to say a big congratulations to all the people that hit rank bronze, silver, gold, and our platinums. I think this has been an extraordinary first 30 days. But what we saw is that we had a handful of leaders that hit platinum, but they were pressing toward that diamond. And we saw that the gap was not too big, but there was a gap in there. And so we made the decision here, collaborating with our leadership, to introduce Ruby and Emerald ranks, to give a stair step, a clear, concise pathway. And I think you guys are all going to love it. And so let's go to the next slide here and talk about what this means. We know platinum is 12. So everybody to go beyond platinum, you have to have achieved the rank of platinum. So you have to have your 12 personals. Once you've done that, to qualify as a ruby and above, this all is, your initial order, monthly orders, preferred customer orders, all of it counts. Roll over monthly CV and pay attention to your volume. And that's why I mentioned with the volume reports, we're really trying to give you right now what you need here to manage your business properly. And if you don't understand, ask. And so let's go to the next slide here and talk about Ruby and Emerald. We're so excited about this. I'm just going to explain how this works. So to be a Ruby executive, this is 5,000 CV on your left, 5,000 CV on your right. And that means that you can earn upwards of 75 cycles per week or 1,500 a week, paying out 3 executive check match, 1, 2, 3, just like the platinums are, but we're boosting, cycle pay. Emerald is, of course, 10,000 left, 10,000 right, and you can earn up to 100 cycles, income potential of 2,000 a week. So that's a 6-figure income, guys, for those that achieve that with 3 levels of executive check match. So let's go to the next slide and explain the breakdown of what we're teaching now as our system. Here's our step 1 is become a platinum. Okay, so if you're not platinum yet, we just encourage you, daily method of operation, ask the questions, and get them onto a call or a pre-recording, get them to the website to watch the video, and enroll 12 that are active. Okay, and we call this the Platinum Club. Okay, very, very exciting. And we have this roadmap in your back office under media support. On the left-hand tab, you'll see it under tools. You can download this document to give to your teams and to help you It's just a little, you just write the names in there, you know, as you enroll people so that you can track your own business here and your progress of success. So let's go to the next slide here. And step 2 is qualify as Ruby. 5,000 commissionable volume left and right within your team and organization. Now you're probably saying, well, how do you do this? Here's what we noticed. We looked at all of the people that actually qualified as Ruby because we ran the new ranks on the last week of last month. So we would have an idea, and every single Ruby, okay, that qualified had a platinum on their left and right, meaning this is about the power of duplication. It's about the power of 2. I want you to think in your mind when you sponsor somebody, okay, don't let them fall between the cracks. We want to help everybody that we enroll get their 2 and become team commission eligible. So sponsor 1 left, 1 right, you are bronze. And so if you get in the habit of doing that and helping people to become bronze in that, and then helping people 1 on your left, 1 on your right go platinum, and having them focus on not only getting their 12, but helping those people get their 2. We saw in the pattern by doing that, everybody that hit Ruby this last month, okay, and there's 4 of them, had duplication with the platinum on their left and right. Let's go to the next slide.
Most did. I mean, sometimes we have it set up where you're Ruby with the platinum left and right, but we've seen examples where there's been maybe two platinums on one side or 2 platinums on a side. So this is just an example. This is just an illustration laying the foundation for going Ruby.
Right. It's not requirement to have a platinum left and right. I just meant that that's giving you a track to run on. It's about duplication. So Andrew, why don't you go ahead with this slide?
Well, we've had people hit it, and so we studied it. I mean, we've had Logan and Ashley Schrag, brand new platinums, or excuse me, Ruby executives from Kansas. Marty and Bethany Grant, brand new Rubies. Todd and Angela King are brand new Rubies. Jason and Shannon Meissner from Florida are brand new Rubies. You're going to hear from these people here today. So stay online, because this system is working. I mean, it's already programmed. It's not like we're announcing it and it's coming. I mean, we're 40 days old. It's already programmed. You're already rank advancing if you're there. You're seeing those pins in the tree reports. Hopefully you have some of those that are below you. So now we're going to talk about Emerald, and it's all congruent. Go ahead, hon.
Okay, so Emerald is 10,000 CV left, 10,000 CV right. So volume is volume, whether it be initial people signing up, whether it be reorders like Andrew talked about, volume is volume, but this is just a roadmap of success. Okay, so these are examples. If you were to have a person go Ruby on your left and Ruby on your right, you would go Emerald, because that would be 5,000 left, 5,000 right for them, making them a Ruby, and then you an Emerald. But it can come in depth, guys. It doesn't have to be that you have somebody personally enrolled as a Ruby to go Emerald, but this is just an example to kind of demonstrate the simplicity of these steps. And as I mentioned, as an Emerald, you're tapping into potential 6-figure income annually by achieving this rank. So go ahead, honey, with this slide.
Well, Emerald, I mean, you're looking at 100 cycles, up to $2,000 a week potential. And again, we've had people that have achieved Emerald. So congratulations to Jim and Shannon Denzine. You're going to hear from all these people today. Blaine and Brooke Williams out of Idaho. Congratulations. Byron and Susan Schrag out of Kansas. I mean, these are real people that are having real results, that are hitting these ranks. And again, if you take a look at the simplicity, it's going Ruby by having a couple platinums, becoming Emerald by having a couple Rubies. I mean, it doesn't get much simpler than that. It's all flowing. It's all congruent. And then, of course, there's the diamond level, which is achieved by, in real simple terms, having an Emerald left and right. I mean, It's all based on the power of two. That's the power of the two-team system. And as Nancy said, they don't have to be personally enrolled emeralds. They don't have to be personally enrolled rubies to push you up in rank. Many times your best people will come in depth. Now, hopefully your best people you've enrolled personally to pick up the executive check matches. But you know what, guys, when I look at this diagram right here, it reminds me of Christmas. I don't know if it's the Christmas colors. I mean, it's September 10th. The leaves haven't even fallen here yet, and we live way up north. But I know this harvest season is in play right now. It's the kickoff right now. And if we play our cards right and we work hard up until our event, we're going to have an incredible, incredible holiday season and end of the year. And wouldn't it be exciting going into that convention as a new ruby, going into the new convention as a new emerald, going into the new convention as a new diamond, knowing that in November and December, as we close the year out, you can now pass the baton and teach others how to get there and then launch 2023 in a big, big, big way. I mean, that's where this thing is going. So the diamond level, again, 20,000 left and right, a personal platinum, up to $4,000 weekly potential. And yeah, we had people hit diamond like Mike and Tammy. They turn around, they go double diamond a week later. Because of that, because of the efforts of the team, the rubies, the emeralds, the platinums, and everyone else, we're not diminishing anyone, whether you're a bronze or you're a crown diamond. We thank all of you. We love all of you. This is a true team. We are one team, we are one family, and I'm here to tell you we're becoming a force to be reckoned with. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to do something fun, and we're going to let you hear from the people that are having the success. Took us 20 minutes to go through that. I want to get to the good stuff. Go ahead.
Okay, but let me just interject something here real quick. Stay on till the end, but at the event, I want to just sneak this in so everybody knows. Anybody between now and October 28th through the 30th, we're going to have some special incentives for those that go Ruby, Emerald, and beyond. We're going to have VIP seating in the event itself. We'll have sectioned off. We're going to have a platinum dinner, platinum reception Saturday night with special recognition for the Rubies and Emeralds. So I just want to plant that seed, and we'll go into detail here later on here in the presentation.
Yep,
but go ahead.
There's a slide on that. There's an
I know, but I just want to plant that seed so that when we talk about it again, it rings true. So go ahead.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to our first speaker, and that's Logan and Ashley Schrag out of Kansas. You guys are doing a great job. We'd love to hear from you. So pull up your camera, go ahead, go live, guys. Tell us why you're excited about MPGXtreme and what your plans are for the fall harvest. So Logan, if you're there, take it away.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks for having me. My wife and I are very excited. I'm kind of got a unique story. I've been around the network marketing space since I was about 10 years old, and got to eventually hang around guys that made multi-millions of dollars and just had crazy amounts of passive income that flowed into their life. And unfortunately, that company went out of business. But the things that I learned from that company, I wouldn't trade. And I learned, I think the biggest thing that is done with this, in the beginning, people, this isn't just for me, but other people just got burned out from COVID. They got beat down, and you just have to decide to stand back up. And I really wasn't even sure if I wanted to stand back up, but I decided, and I just felt God was calling me, look, you got to stand back up one time, because there's other people that if I don't do this, how does that impact their life? And if I do this, how does that impact their life in a positive way? And I think we got something here that can be really special. We're saving people a lot of money. We're very excited about where we're at. And I do believe that you can create a substantial residual money that can flow in from this. And this is the simplest thing I've ever seen. We're very, very excited about it. As you can see, we're at the rodeo with our two boys. We have a 2-year-old and and a 5-month-old, an almost 2-year-old and a 5-month-old. So it's not like I'm just sitting around doing nothing. We're chasing those boys around. So this is super simple. Just plug into the system that we already have. And I'd encourage you, just if you have the courage, stand back up one more time. This can be your shot. So thanks for having me.
Logan, let me ask you real quick. I mean, how old are you? And then real quickly, I mean, what's one tip you would share for success for people?
Yeah, so I'm 27 years old, and I think the one thing for success is like I'll say it again. I mean, you just have to be willing to stand back up. I mean, in life, you get beat down by this or that or the other, or somebody maybe tells you, well, when you were a kid, that well, you're not worth anything. Well, I'm here to tell you that God made you special, and you are worth something. And this can be your shot where you can prove to the whole world that this is your deal, and you're here for a reason. And you can impact other people's lives in a huge fashion and a huge format that probably wouldn't be available if it wasn't for network marketing. I really think network marketing is one of the last free enterprises on the planet, and allows you to be able to get paid what you're worth, and somebody else puts a price tag on you. So I would say be consistent, continue to show up, come to the event that we have that's going to happen. I'll be there. We're excited to meet other people that are going to be there, but stand back up and continue to be consistent, and God's going to bless that.
That powerful. Logan, thank you so much. Just continued success to you and Ashley. Congratulations. I know you're not going to be at Ruby for very much longer. Really look forward to meeting you and just appreciate all your hard work. Thank you so much. Wow, powerful guys. You know, hopefully some of these stories connect with you, and you can see that these are real people having real results. Next, I'd like to go down to the great state of Alabama, where my father taught at Auburn University. He taught freshman English there, Auburn, Opelika. And we have Marty and his wife, Bethany Grant, on, and they are doing a fantastic job. Marty and Bethany are brand new Rubies. They are no stranger to this industry. And you're going to be hearing some big things about this power couple. So Marty and Bethany, if you guys could please come on and tell us about what's happening in your business, where you see this going, and just give us some tips for success. Are you guys there?
Yeah, Andrew, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I sure can. Marty?
Yes, we'd just like to say thanks so much for having us on today. And, you know, my name is Marty and this is Marty and Bethany Grant. We live here in Arley, Alabama. We own multiple businesses. We have a real estate company that we own. We have a home decor staging business, and we have some other businesses that we do as well. But network marketing is at our heart, and we've done that for many, many years. And we're extremely excited about what we're doing right here at MPG.
Yeah, and here's the deal, guys. You know, we actually met in this industry, so we owe a lot to it. And you know, Marty was a postmaster, and I was a nurse. When I got introduced to this industry, I was 29 years old, and a friend said, I got to show you something. And I saw it, got excited about it, and it literally changed our life forever. And so if you're new to this industry, just understand it can, like, we're ordinary people. We saw something extraordinary and we ran with it. And because of it, we were able to retire in our 30s. But when our friend called us and said, you need to look at this, Marty and I were kind of like Logan. We were like, oh, because COVID did beat everybody down in multiple ways. We're super busy. We're the youth leaders at our church. We coach junior high football and cheerleading. We have 3 businesses. I mean, the epitome of busy. I want you guys to understand. But when your mentor calls you and says, look at something, you pay attention. And when we heard Nancy and Andrew talk about MPG, Marty looked at me before the phone call was over and said, we're doing it. And I'm like, we are? And he said, we're doing it. And I'm like, okay. So when we started learning more and more about it, this is the biggest no-brainer, guys, that we've ever seen. And when you can pull together something that is easy to talk about at a time that everybody needs it, everybody drives a vehicle of some kind, everybody. And when everybody needs it financially because of inflation. And you've got people like Nancy and Andrew leading the way, and you've got a company that's ready to go. that is considered in this industry the perfect storm of opportunity. And when you get the perfect storm of opportunity, guys, you don't let that pass you by. They say that you get two, if you're lucky, you get two opportunities in your entire lifetime that can change your financial future forever. And not just your future, but your kids' future. And we truly believe with all of our hearts that this is one of those opportunities. We were lucky enough to make millions in another company. And I'll be honest with y'all, I didn't know if that would ever come again. And when we saw MPGXtreme, we knew absolutely that this was that opportunity. So guys, take the bull by the horns. And I know you're busy and I know you've got stuff going on in your life and I know you may be shot down, but take it from us, pick yourself up, strap up your bootstraps and make one more big run because it could change your life forever.
Wow, you guys are just incredible. I mean, I see big things in your future, and I absolutely love the energy. I mean, you guys got that tiger energy. I don't know what you're drinking for breakfast here.
No, Andrew, roll tide, honey.
You're a Roll Tide, okay.
Tell your dad tell your dad, hey, listen,
Yeah.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, I'm with you. I'm up here in Wisconsin, Badgerland here today, but I mean, you can feel the energy. You guys are doing a fantastic job, and we just appreciate all your hard work. Thank you so much for your help on the conference calls and on the Zooms. Both of you guys, Marty, Bethany, you guys rock. I can't wait to meet you in Minneapolis. Thank you so much for sharing here today. We just appreciate everything you guys are doing and look for you guys to be rolling up those ranks here now that we got this plan moving forward. So again, thank you so much, guys. Just appreciate you. All right, we're moving on. We are now going to the great state of Nebraska, where we have online one of the original distributors with us when we first started talking about MPGXtreme, and Nancy and I sat down with Randy and Kathy, and then a couple weeks later, we went to the office, and many of you have been to our office, and we sat in the boardroom with Todd and Angela King, who drove in from Nebraska. They're seasoned networkers. They've been around this industry for many years. They're brand new Rubies here at MPGXtreme. They're very excited, and Todd is doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. He's like the guy that you're not going to see probably up front, but he's doing more from behind the scenes than you'll ever know. And Todd and Angela, we just appreciate all your hard work. If you guys could come on here real quick, launch your camera, just tell us why you're excited, where you see this thing going, and what your plans are this fall. Todd and Angela, you guys on here?
Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. Thanks for having us on today. I don't know how we're going to follow Marty and Bethany. I mean, maybe schedule me before them next time, but we are excited. I'll make it really quick. I'll never forget getting on the phone with you and Nancy, and you guys know Andrew. He gave me the big pitch, but he was speaking my language. He said, if you want to take a company and really get it into momentum, you've got to have something simple and easy and that appeals to the masses and makes it very simple for your reps and distributors to go talk to people. And he said, and that is the high price of fuel. So he had my attention, and then he laid out, Nancy laid out the comp plan, and I said, man, that's so easy. And I'll never forget, Andrew, you said, people are hurting today. We got to make it easy to qualify and easy to come into the business. And so that appealed to my philosophy as well, keep it simple. But the other thing when it came to that, when these guys laid out this $20 retail cost for a 5-tank trial that we get to buy at wholesale, I went, man, that's like bringing me way back in time. That's the basis or the foundation of network marketing. Someone can buy something at wholesale and literally retail it. Now, why is that important? I know a lot of the leaders on the calls talk about this being a retailable product, but this product is phenomenal because someone can get their confidence to go actually get a $20 bill, the price of a pizza, from somebody, and that confidence translates to their story and their recruiting and building phase. So very, very important. And like Andrew said, I think it was on a Tuesday we talked, And I got off the phone and I said to Angela, I said, there's a company that's launching up in Minneapolis. They're going to absolutely crush it. I just talked to Andrew and Nancy Burling. And so we called them back and said, hey, I know you guys are busy, but is there any way we could drive up to Minneapolis and just have a quick cup of coffee on a Friday afternoon? Andrew goes, of course, that's what we do. We're networkers. We'll get together on a Friday. So we drove up there, met with Randy and Kathy, Andrew and Nancy. And I tell you what, it was immediate. The connection was there. There was no doubt. There was all this belief in who was behind the company, which is very important. But there was one thing that we were uncertain about, and I'm almost embarrassed to tell you guys this, but I tell you because you might meet people that aren't immediately receptive to putting a pill in their fuel tank, right? So Andrew gives me these old caps and he says, here, try this. And Angela and I leave, and I've never shared this with them, but we said, man, don't put it in the tank. We got to get back home. Let's make sure we get home so we don't break down on the side of the road. So our belief level, we were not around, the fuel pills and the phase, decades ago. And so we had to acquire that. But once we tried the product, we couldn't believe immediately the power and the performance. And so we started talking to our team and some people, and they were reserved too. They didn't just jump up and down. If someone doesn't have reference to this and they're not a motorhead and can go through an engine and break down what it does, their first response is, well, what will it do? And then you have to have that confidence. But I'm going to tell you right now, the best thing about this company are the happy calls. We'll get people to call. Just 2 days ago, a guy called me that's a friend of mine that took a trip, and he said, my goodness, I'm just amazed. I'm blown away. I've saved $57 on one trip. And then he said this, he said, I think I'm going to get my ticket and go up to that Minneapolis event. And I'm like, well, you almost paid for your ticket just in your own savings. So the bottom line is we've got some good people that their belief now is went to a conviction. They've been using the caps for 3 or 4 weeks, and they're coming back with amazing stories. And I do need to put out a real plug to somebody, Rich and Colleen. Rich Morgan put in 26 new people in the month of August, absolutely screaming. So we're going to see them advance and pass Angela and I have no doubt about that. But when it comes to leadership, I'll just end with this. It's very important. And that starts with the top, who's running the company. I'll never forget also talking to Randy and saying, you mean you actually want to run one of these network marketing companies? And he goes, yeah, I love it. I love providing for the field. I love, running the actual company and doing the shipping and doing everything. And I said, man, you're nuts. I'd rather do the field. And so that was my choice. But with Andrew and Nancy, you guys are phenomenal leaders, servant leaders. And the calls are amazing with, Byron and Blaine and let's see, JD, you guys do phenomenal. I didn't want to forget anyone. And I know there's others that are on the calls. Michael Rins going double diamond, takes time out to jump on one of our other teams' Zoom call to give them tips. Michael, that's servant leadership when you don't have, anything for that. So we appreciate that. And I tell you, there's something special here. It was an easy vibe. It took a little translation of time and stuff to get going, but we're super excited, grateful, and thank you. I'll turn it back over to you guys.
Well, thank you, Todd. And I'll never forget that day. We were drawing on the whiteboard and we were high-fiving each other. And we just knew that this thing was going to be big. And you know what? We haven't seen nothing yet. We're 40 days old. We're just getting started. Can't wait to see you guys back up in Minnesota at the Bloomington South Doubletree here at the end of the month. So thank you so much, Todd, for coming on. Congratulations on Ruby. I know you're going to slingshot right up that ladder, and I can't wait to see up there because I know it's going to happen. And Rich and Colleen Morgan, congratulations, you guys. That's no small feat. Hats off to you. So thank you again, Todd. Appreciate your leadership as well. I mean, guys, powerful stuff here. I mean, we've got some incredible people that are in this business. I mean, there's no question about it. We're going to just keep going shotgun style here. We're going to go down to Florida where we have another gentleman and his wife, Jason and Shannon Meissner. They're from my hometown, Eau Claire, Wisconsin. It's just crazy. We've got I don't know how many people joining our business from this area. The Chippewa Valley, Northwestern Wisconsin group is just on fire right now. And Jason is a brand new Ruby executive, no stranger to the network marketing industry. And I'm sure he's going to be moving up the ranks here rapidly. So Jason, Shannon, you guys are down in Florida. You're enjoying that Florida sunshine on a nice September day. Come on here. Tell us why you're so excited and what's going on with your team.
Hey guys, thanks for having us on. I'll have to admit in advance here, my wife's still a little nervous, so she's going to be a work in progress coming on camera. I'm just going to appeal to everybody's intelligence a little bit here. There's not very many times in life, whether it's MLM or otherwise, that you get a roadmap or a crystal ball, and we have one here in what they experienced with this product previously from 2006 to 2008. We know what that company did, and that should ease any concerns about what you're getting involved with now. They went to 1 million customers and distributors and 300 million in sales in 3 years. At some point, when you're evaluating, you're going to have to decide, is that you're so early in this that you just have to decide how big of a piece of that pie that you want. You know, when you look at conditions from that period of time, we were, just before the real estate crash, we were just before the markets crashing, but we didn't have the inflation that we have now, correct? Now we have this opportunity, which, by the way, this product, I challenge you to find another MLM that actually saves the customer money, right? So we've got a customer that saves people money, gives them the opportunity of a lifetime in a situation that's going to end up worse than the period from 2006 to 2008. And it's just an absolute no-brainer. I was like Logan, I didn't need COVID to be burnt out. We were burnt out well before COVID, you guys. So I can completely agree with what Logan said. Just stand up one more time, get back involved, make and move forward. And not to brag, guys, but Adam, Dakota, Steven, John Hill, and Brian Woodford are all members of the Boom Squad. So congratulations to my platinums as well. Couldn't do it without you. And back to you guys.
Well, Jason, your team is incredible. This Boom Squad team, man, you guys are literally blowing it up. Boom. And can't wait to see you at the end of October at our big event in Dakota. And Stephen and John Hill, congratulations. Brian Woodford, congratulations. Adam Schultz, Jason, all your platinums. You guys are doing fantastic. You're creating a platinum factory, and we just appreciate all your hard work. And guys, that's our rubies, but we do have emeralds. And when we talk about emeralds, we talk about leadership, and we're moving people through these ranks rapidly. What I'd like to do now is stay in Wisconsin and go to Jim Denzine. He's a good friend of ours. I went to high school with Jim back in the late 80s. And I'm dating myself right now here, but Jim has been around the industry a long time. He's a true leader. He knows what he's talking about, and he's building a massive team. And when I say massive, I mean massive. So JD, take it away. Come on and tell us why you're excited.
Well, thank you for the kind words, Andrew. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, brother. Perfect. Well, good morning, everybody. Those were amazing stories. I really feel blessed to be on this Zoom this morning and just be able to hear all the rest of you share. I mean, it's just amazing. So as you talk, I get debating, okay, Andrew says, tell your story. Well, where do you start, right? Sometimes that can be an issue because you have so many thoughts flowing through your head. So I'm going to take you back to late June. It's a Monday night. I'm tired. I own 2 companies. Finally, just sitting down, it's about 10 p.m. and a text pops in. It's not what you think. It was from somebody in Missouri, doesn't matter who. And they pitched me on a gas pill. And my mind went to call Nancy because of Jason referenced it in 2005, the company that they were part of with the original MPG cap. And so I got pitched, and you learn to recognize certain things. I've been in this industry for 33 years, not that that matters, but I was 21 when I got into the big A in 1989. So it was August of 89. And for 13 years, we ran around the country, flew on jets, did all that. But since then, I've learned to recognize real opportunities, but more importantly, I've learned to recognize the ones you stay away from. This particular project that I was texted on, I sniffed it out immediately. Terrible comp plan. Wasn't interested in a product coming out of China. But the thing that really happened was Nancy got back to me the next day. And she said these 3 letters, NDA. I started laughing, of course. And the rest of you can figure out where the conversation went. But here's the part I wanted to share. Shannon and I, we had just celebrated our 34th wedding anniversary in late June when Nancy and I were on the phone. And I'm running, I relate to Bethany. I mean, every day I get up early and I just go like, my hair's lit on fire all day long. I have 2 companies. One, I service some product in beauty salons. And the other is 18 months ago during COVID, my business partner and I launched a company called The Seasoned Butcher. And that's not why we're here, but it's an e-commerce site. And we cater to people that are in the hunting and homesteading communities. And we have a very specific product line. We help people DIY, and there was a concept. I was watching what was going on, and people are becoming self-reliant. So here I am putting 70, 80 hours a week into my 2 companies. Now I'm going to circle back to the call to Nancy, and Nancy lets me know what's going on here. And I'm like, Shannon says, do you really think you have time? And I'm like, no, we don't. We really don't. If you check out our YouTube channel, you can see what we do with The Seasoned Butcher. And we had 0 experience filming, editing, marketing the way we are. And so I had to make a decision. Do I really, really want to do this? Right. And I started looking in our driveway. We've got 5 vehicles. We have 2 young adult kids. Wyatt's 22. He's traveling back and forth. He's an apprentice lineman to the Dakotas every weekend. And our daughter's 19. And she's driving back and forth 45 minutes to school. And I said, you know what? This makes so much sense. And I knew what Andrew and Nancy had done the first go around. So even though we were already working, 60, 70, some weeks, 80 hours a week, I'm like, okay, you know what? I think we can do more part-time here than I potentially do full-time. And she's like, give it a shot. I called Byron. We kind of put our heads together. He's like, yeah, this is built for speed. Let's let it rip. Right. And the rest is history. But I wanted to share some perspective because I guarantee there's at least one of you on the phone that you will watch this or you'll watch the replay and you'll say, I have no time. I literally have no time. And all I can tell you is if you'll take the time to wrap your head around gasoline, right? Just digest that, let it marinate. And so we started putting this product, and I'll just wrap with this, in our 5 vehicles that we've got with the kids. Wyatt's coming back from the Dakotas. He's like, Dad, I always get 26 miles to the gallon in the Hyundai. And now I'm getting 34 and 35. We started seeing the product working. And again, we share all this stuff. Why do we do this? To help you process data right here. That's why we do it. So I don't want to take any more time, Andrew. I kind of just wanted to go a direction more about people in general than so much, really me, Andrew. And you guys are doing amazing, but I know because of COVID, people are hurting and they're having to maybe work 2 and 3 jobs to survive. And I think if you just open your heart and your mind to what we're doing at MPGXtreme, you might find the answer you were looking for with that 2nd and 3rd job all along. So back to you, Andrew.
Well, JD, that's incredible. Let me ask you real quick. I mean, you're planning on being in Minneapolis. You're planning on building big. I mean, what do you look in the crystal ball? I mean, what do you see happening before, during, and after that event?
This freight train is not slowing down. Everybody's rolling up their sleeves. You're seeing right now, everybody kind of a delayed reaction. Some people hit the ground running right away. Some people take 2, 3, 4 weeks to let it marinate and fit it in, right? And then, of course, we go to this event and a bunch of us get together finally and get to break bread, shake hands, get on common ground. You get over that so-called dating phase. And we just, we just put our heads down coming out of that event. And I believe what happens is literally this turns into tens of thousands and then hundreds of thousands of people and beyond, because of what Jason referenced. The roadmap and the history was already there. I will throw in one quick thing, and I sent you this text, and I'm not a trader, everybody, but I've got a lot of tentacles, because I've noticed the last few days and people are getting a little reprieve. Like the average price of gas, Andrew, is still very high nationally and especially internationally, right? But we've seen it tick down a little bit. So I hit 3 separate people that I know that are traders, right? And I don't know how these guys do what they do, but I just said, what do you think's going to happen to the price of oil? And they said it's sucking back right now. And you get out of this election, and all 3 of them said she's going to the moon. And it gave me chills, because I know that I'm in the right business, if that makes sense. This is going to sound warped, but I kind of like being in this project because of that. And I know people feel the pain at the pump, but we have a way to help them offset that pain, not just from the product, but from the income side of the business as well.
That's right. Well, I couldn't agree more, JD. I mean, thank you so much. I mean, I'm looking at your photo here on the screen, and for some reason I want a piece of salmon and a Dos Equis beer, and I can't figure out why. Maybe it's that green emerald pin and all those fish behind you, but congratulations. We appreciate all you do, all your leadership, and we know that you're going to slingshot right by in the ranks as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Thank you so much, JD. Appreciate your leadership, all you do. For those of you that are online here, I mean, we have incredible people. I mean, I'm blown away at the leadership that has joined this team. I mean, it's just incredible. All right, moving along here, we're getting everybody. We're going to Idaho, the great state of Idaho, and where we have on a very seasoned leader in the network marketing industry, someone who's a true professional, a who's who in the industry, and someone who I have tremendous respect for as a leader, as a trainer, as an earner. I mean, this guy does it all, and we're so proud to have him on, and that's Blaine Williams up in northern Idaho. We call him Coach Blaine because he's one of the best trainers in our industry. So Coach Blaine, come on board. Tell us about what's happening. You're a brand new Emerald. Congratulations. Looking forward to seeing you at the event in October. But Coach Blaine, come on and share with us where you see this going and what's happening with your team. So Coach, come online.
Hey, fantastic, Andrew. And to everybody that has achieved rank, I want to congratulate you. And to those of you listening to this recording or on here live who have not hit rank, I want to let you know the door's wide open. You're listening to a lot of leadership, and I want to thank Nancy and Andrew. I got to meet them really just a number of weeks back, and having been in the networking industry for several decades, I think the first thing that you should look at when you're considering a company is leadership. I just think it's really important, because you can have a great product, a great company, a great comp plan, but if you've got corrupt or compromised leadership, you've got a big problem. You know, the fish, as they say, Jim Denzine probably knows this, with that great trophy rack of fish behind him, but the fish stinks from the head. And what do I mean by that? I mean that if you don't have clear, vision-driven, character-centered, servant leaders at the top, you got a problem. No matter how great the product is, you are going to take a beating at some point, because people's character shows up either when they're really broke or when there's a lot of cash flow. And I think all of us that are on here have seen that. I'm going to take what I'm going to share with everybody a little different direction, because honestly, after listening to all these fantastic people, any one of these people could be a master distributor of a major company. I just think that it's helpful perhaps to talk just for a moment to those of you that have not been in a top leadership position in the past. You've been around network marketing, or you've heard of network marketing, and every one of you know that the network marketing industry is a little bit like the legal industry. People talk negatively about attorneys all the time, don't they? But when you need a good one, let me tell you, you're not talking trash to that attorney. You're talking paying him big money or her big money to help you, right? So there are good people in every trade, every craft, and there are bad weasels in every craft. And network marketing is no exception. So what I want to say to you is, after 4 decades of being in this industry, like some of you, I listen, I don't know some of these people personally, but I have grown to love them, like Denzine, Byron, Bethany, and her husband. What a great looking couple they are. My upline, Michael Renz, Double Diamond, Mike Dew. What a great leader Mike Dew Platinum is. And so many of you. I've grown to be fond of your principles, your values, and I can't wait to meet you at the event at the end of October in Minnesota. That will be a time to come together, as Jim Denzine said, break bread, get to know one another, and make a bond together like a great sports team going for the Super Bowl. So what I want to do is I want to say this in my closing moments. To those of you that have been in network marketing, you've been around it, you've had disappointments, you've gone up, maybe you've gone up to a high level and then the company pulled the carpet out from under you. Or maybe you got a big check going and COVID took a swat at you. Or maybe you had an upline that was corrupt and came in and pirated your group. All these things that happen sometimes. I want to just say, take one more time, like Thomas Edison, to try the switch to see if the light bulb will come on, because success always comes after testing. Einstein said, all great achievement comes after violent opposition. And I want to talk to another group, and that group is people that have been in networking but have never tasted those big incomes. And big incomes could be 1,000 a month, 2,000 a month. And yeah, maybe it will be bigger. And we can't make any income claims legally, but there will be checks coming out of this machine called MPGXtreme that will absolutely blow people's minds. Why? Because there's people making it happen with a product that everybody wants and needs all over the planet. But if you've never had that opportunity to get to a higher level, I'm going to just say this: it's not your fault more than likely, unless you just got in and put yourself in park. No, it's probably not your fault. Why? Because so much of the things that are going on out there are not replicable, not duplicatable. And yet this is the perfect machine to duplicate. And the last people I want to talk to is those of you that had a yearning to be a leader. You want to be in there, but you're thinking, well, is there going to be room for me? Let me tell you something. For us to go international, to be in dozens and dozens and dozens of countries and do millions and multiply millions and millions of dollars in product, I want to say this to you, that there is a need for leadership. If you hear that train in the background, I live not on the other side of the tracks. I live on this side of the tracks, but you're going to hear that freight train going through Idaho here. So my apologies. I guess that's the signal. The train's leaving the station. Don't get left behind. I want to just say this to you. We need leadership. We need people to come in around Andrew and Nancy, to the other leaders, to Byron, Denzine, myself, Michael Renz, Mike Dew, so many of you platinums. We need leadership. We need it in spades, because the size of the team, the magnitude of the organization is based upon the breadth of our leadership, the quality of our leadership, and listen to me, the commitment of our leadership. So let's do this. One dream, one team, one cause. I don't care whose group you're in. I loved what someone said about Michael Renz going over to a crossline group and working. Let's be in one for all for one. Brooke and I are absolutely committed to make this our swan song event. We've been in a couple of big events. We've made big money, but I believe that this will be our final chapter to pass the legacy of leadership along to the next generation that will carry it forward, build it forward, and we can watch you rise to the galaxy. So thank you, Andrew and Nancy, and all of you, Michael Renz in particular, our upline, Mike Dew, thank you for making that call. And to those that are on our team, I will close with this. Honestly, I'm like a preacher from the South on my 5th close, but I want to say, you're never going to go anywhere without a team. And I think about people like Braveheart, William Wallace, and Rebecca, and the Dickies, who are both platinums, and McCurtains, who are platinums, and so many others that are coming on. Chuck Thomas, 2-time Super Bowl champ out of the 49ers, Norm Johnson, top kicker in the NFL, and so many people that we have, like Jeff Wayne, that are laboring out there to get platinum or to go beyond platinum. And some of the ones I mentioned, like William Wallace and Rebecca and Greg and others have already hit that platinum level. I want to just say, carry on. We're proud of you. We're thankful for you. And the future is brighter than we can possibly imagine. Thank you, Andrew.
Well, thank you, Coach Blaine. I mean, just incredible leadership. I mean, guys, this is why our company is doing the type of volume that it's doing. It's because of people like Coach Blaine and all the speakers you've heard from. I mean, listen to who he's talking about that's joining our company. NFL Hall of Famers, NFL Super Bowl champions. Are you kidding me? I mean, this is the Super Bowl of network marketing, and you are on the winning team here with MPGXtreme without a shadow of a doubt. We're like 40 some days old. I mean, are you kidding me? All right, hang on here. We got a couple more speakers, and these guys are powerful. You're not going to want to miss this. We're going to just keep on going. And thank you again, Coach Blaine. I know you're going to be in Diamond Land here very, very soon. And we just appreciate you, Blaine, and all your hard work. Thank you so much, Coach. Now what I'd like to do is go back to Kansas, where we have Logan's father, Byron, on. And Byron and Susan Schrag, they're no strangers to this industry. They have many years of experience. They have built massive organizations and made serious money. And Byron, we'd love for you to just come on board here, share a few words with us. You're a brand new Emerald. Congratulations. You're building a massive team. I mean, what you've done here in about 40 days is nothing short of spectacular. So Byron Schrag from Kansas, please come on and share, sir.
Thank you, Andrew and Nancy. I just appreciate everything you're doing, and you know, all the people that have already spoken. You know, I've been around the industry a long time, and I've had some success, but I think what I'm most excited about here is just the opportunity for so many people that would like to have a shot at freedom they could here. And, you know, freedom is not free. It does take effort, but also the timing of you trying to build and develop something with something like MPG, there's a lot of other pieces that make that a lot simpler, easier. Many of you have been around, you've tried other things, you know, people talk about the challenges of COVID, you know, these things are all real, but what you have to decide to do is, are you willing to go step up? You know, and Nancy talked about something before that I hope is bothering you, that keeps you up at night. And I know Andrew's going to talk about it in a slide here again, and I'm going to talk about it because I think if you want to really step out and have something significant in life, you've got to figure out how specifically that you stay motivated to go after this, because you have so many distractions in your life. And those distractions are going to keep you from the freedom that you deserve. And you have the right vehicle. You've heard all that right now. All right. But Nancy talked about there's going to be some reserved seats for the people that hit Ruby, Emerald, and Diamond at this event. Now, some of you maybe don't care about that, but some of you do. You've got to find the little things that get you to go to work. And lots of times it's the small things that motivates people to go drive for something big. And so I just, you know, if there's one thing that, you know, that I've learned as I've built teams is I got to find the things that moves me. It might not be a big new car or a new house or even freedom, but it's little things that can move you forward that you can get focused on. And all of you ought to think about, will you be sitting in a Ruby seat, an Emerald seat, or a Diamond seat? Or will you be watching the people sitting in the Ruby seat, the Emerald seat, and the Diamond seat? Because each person that's listening on here has enough time to be in a Ruby seat. Now, obviously, you got to get Platinum knocked out first, but that only takes a couple days if you decide. We've got many people in our company, they hit Platinum their first day. Some of you ought to decide that tomorrow is your day. It's just a decision. It's only a decision to be in a Ruby seat. It's only a decision to be in an Emerald seat. And here's what I do know. Those of you that choose to make those decisions now, when this really takes off and gets really big, you have no idea what that will do to your life. Because what's going to take place and happen, got some background noise here. What's going to take place and happen is the people that choose now, they're on the front side of where all the people come in because you chose now. So I just feel hugely blessed to be part of this. I also know that there's a special anointing that is part of what's happening here. Many of you can feel that. One other time in my life, I felt that special anointing that took place on a company and the leadership and the people that stepped out. And that same exact thing is what I feel right now. So I want to kick it back over to you guys. And it's just a blessing to be part of this. And I'm very excited to be involved here. So Andrew and Nancy, thank you. And Susan and I couldn't be more excited to be part of this and put energy and time in here and develop leadership.
Well, thank you so much, Byron. Just incredible work. Many of you have heard Byron on the conference calls, and we get so many compliments because when Byron's talking about anointing, here's what I can tell you, that the right people are coming to the party, if you know what I mean. We've got the right people. They're coming here for the right reasons. We don't have people coming here that are trying to sell leads. We don't have people that are coming here that are trying to recruit for other MLM companies. We have people coming here because they want to save money on their fuel costs, and they want to make money by helping other people save money on their fuel costs. They're doing the business for the right reasons. The leadership is committed to doing this for the right reasons. And I'm so appreciative of all of you for being here for the right reasons. So what I'd like to do next is I'd like to go to our next speaker, who on August 22nd, and thank you, Byron, so much. We appreciate everything you do and your sacrifice and commitment, and just look forward to seeing you in Minneapolis and spending time together. Thank you so much, Byron. It's just amazing. I'm just blown away by this team. And next we're going to go to our good friend who on August 22nd hit the rank of Diamond. It was our first personally enrolled Diamond. That was Michael and his wife, Tammy Renz. And then a week later, they came back and they went double Diamond. And that's what can happen. You can move through the ranks, and you can move through the ranks fast. And at the same time this was going on, Michael tell you his story. He'll tell you about what happened when he made this Diamond, double Diamond run. But there was adversity, and there was challenges, and there was things going on in his life, and he just broke through the wall and just swung Thor's hammer and knocked down all those bricks and all those walls and charged right through them like a bull. And that's what Mike does. And so, Mike, I know you're up in northern Minnesota. You're having fun. You got a lot going on in your world, but come on and share with us about your story, where this is going, and what you think is going to happen this fall. Michael Renz, take it away.
All right. Thank you very much, Andrew. Can you hear me okay?
I got you loud and clear.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. I'm up here in northern Minnesota and at a rock and roll concert, and everybody's like, well, what are you doing? We're here to have a great time. And for those that know me, I work extremely hard and I play even harder, and those levels are pretty extreme. My whole story comes back to, I got a call from Andy and Nancy here back in 2008, and he invited me into this gas cabinet company. And when I got involved, I didn't know anything. All I knew is that I kind of backed out of rock and roll, backed out of building muscle cars, settling down and starting over. And I was a corporate sales manager for Coca-Cola and a district manager in Minneapolis. I was a top performer for the company. And what happened is I got trimmed out of the corporate pyramid because I was close to 50 years old. And at the end of the day, this was a blessing on my life. And I knew that the day that I seen that Andy and Nancy were making more in 2 weeks than I made in a year, the decision was made. This is where I was going. And I followed their leadership through my career. I've been on business for Home Magazine 4 times. And it's been a life-changing experience. And so when this came around full circle to launch this company, it was a no-brainer for us. And I was just blown away how the product before worked extremely well. I understand the product, but with our fuel so bad, the product is even working faster and the results are literally through the roof. So I just say this in closing, I had a seizure on Memorial Day weekend. It was rough on my family. I moved and I had a lot of challenges. And the day we launched this company, I was living in boxes, but I knew everything had to be set aside because this timing window of every minute, every hour, every day, right now, you can never go back in time. And guys and gals, we're on second 30-day run. And then there's one more 30-day run till the day that we launch. And I know there's a couple hundred people on this Zoom right now, and know this, you're all in the Founders Club, right? There's going to be the founding 500, the founding 1,000 people, all the platinums and rubies and emeralds and all the new diamonds. Congratulations. You are all the new diamonds. You're going to be the double diamonds, the triple diamonds. You're in the core 50 people in the leadership team, and know that when we have 500 people in this circle, this inner circle that you're all involved with, know that you have a shot to be at the very, very top. And how you're going to get there is serve your people, love your people, take care of your people. And with that being said, this event, if you're on this Zoom right now, this event is not optional. This is where the rubber meets the road. And coming out of this event, my forecast is this company is not only going to double in size, but it's going to quadruple. And when we roll into 2023, those that have sacrificed the time and put the time into their people, loving their people, building with their people, duplicating their people, you're going to have a great 2023. And I'm wild out of my mind. I drive my cars, my hot rods at the level I play my guitars, and I build this business even harder and faster, full UFC, full combat, beast mode. Go after it with everything you have, because this is your chance. This is the time. And if you ever wanted to be part of something sensational, this is your time. Get involved, plug in, and follow the leadership. Thank you so much, Andrew and Nancy. You've been a blessing on my family, my family's family, and my whole entire family and my entire team. And thank you so much to all the great new leadership on here. Well done, everybody. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Michael. Say hi to Tammy and enjoy your weekend. We'll be talking with you soon. I mean, these stories are real people that just got dirty and they got in the trenches and they got their hands dirty and they got the job done. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, these people that you've heard from today are consistent. They're persistent. They just give it all they got every day, and they understand the game that they're in. They understand the timing. In real estate, it's about location. In network marketing, it's about timing. And you don't want to be too early. You don't want to be too late. You want to be there right before the company goes into what's called critical mass. That's when the sales go from $1 million a month to 10 million a month or more. That's when fortunes are made. And we've got some big announcements coming up. We know where this thing is going. And we're going to talk about that here to close this out. But I want to say thank you to everybody on here. Because of your hard work and because of the efforts of so many, Nancy and I were able to achieve the rank of triple diamond. But the reason we achieved the rank of triple diamond wasn't because we're all that good. We do work hard, but we're no different than anybody else. I mean, we're just people that have been in this industry. We're just people that want more out of life. We didn't, when we went out and grabbed the MPG caps, this product here, we didn't do it to start a network marketing company. We did it to build our health and nutrition company, and they turned us down. They said they didn't want it. And they're crazy. They're absolutely crazy. So we put this thing together because we knew the power. We put it together because we knew families were hurting. We put it together because we knew the biggest expense that people were having was fuel costs and grocery costs and inflation, and American families and Canadian families, we do have Canadians on here, they need to save money and they need to make money. Those things will never change. And we've got something here that's duplicating, it's replicating, it's simple. You could sponsor right at the gas pump. You could go put gas in your car today and look at the guy next to you and say, hey, if I could save you money on your fuel expenses, would you try my product? It's a MPG Extreme cap. It's the price of a pizza to get 5 of them. I'm saving money on my fuel. Here's my card. Maybe you want to be a sales representative. You want to make some extra money. And look what's happened. This has been our launch over 40 days. About 40 people in 40 days have gone platinum or above. Now, some of you have gone, and you don't want to be on here because you're in the closet. You're like 007 agents. You're protecting a check from another company. And I get that. I get it. I understand that. That's cool. We're not going to out you. But if you're looking at this for the first time, what one man can do, another can do. What one woman can do, another can do. And when you see it, you believe it. And when you believe it, you go on and achieve it. And we've got an event coming up, and I'd like to flip this over to Nancy to close this out. Thank you to all the speakers, but don't hang up yet. Nancy's going to close this up. She's going to talk about her event coming up here in Minneapolis. So, hon, over to you.
Well, thanks so much, Andrew. We're really excited about this event here, guys. It's Minneapolis at the Bloomington DoubleTree Hotel. Airport shuttle is offered for free, from the airport to the hotel. Event tickets, $59 until the end of this month. And then in October, it's going to go to $79. And hotel, we've negotiated a room rate at $119, which is an extraordinary rate. Anyone will tell you. Anywhere close to the Mall of America, usually it's 3 times that. So, but let me just give you the rundown of this launch event because we're extremely excited. This event is going to be a 2.5-day event. So we're encouraging everybody to travel in on Friday. Get there Friday evening. Friday evening, we're going to have our diamonds and above dinner. So anybody that achieves the rank of diamond, it's going to be with our CEO and founders, Randy and Kathy Tynert, with an intimate dinner with all the diamonds. Okay. And then Saturday starts the general session. I mentioned this briefly. We're going to have special seating for anybody that has gone ruby, emerald, or diamond. And we'll have sections set off here for people at those ranks. And then Saturday night, we've got a special reception that is going to be taking place. We will be feeding you at this Saturday night. It's going to be amazing. And we'll have special awards for those that have gone ruby and emerald. So we're very excited about that. We're going to offer, Sunday, we're going to have an optional non-denominational church service. And then we've got a general session on Sunday, and then we're going to have some breakout sessions and things like that. We've got a lot of big announcements, new product rollouts in the fuel arena here, guys, like the trucker crumbs. We're going to have guest speakers like our manufacturers talking about the product. I mean, there's going to be action-packed event here for 2 full days. I've had people say, well, can you tell me what your guys' vision is for this company? Come to the event. If you really want to know what this is all about and where we're going, because we see this, guys, as a legacy company. We've got a huge future. We're very excited and humbled to be here at this time. And so space is limited. So I'm just urging everybody to get your tickets now, get your hotel rooms now. And so that you can plan to be with us here at that event, October 28th, 29th, and 30th. So I've heard a few people say they're staying a couple extra days. I think Jason Meisner said going to the Mall of America with the kids, the grandkids. I mean, there's lots to do in Minneapolis, especially on that side of town. So I wanted to talk about that and also say that our next event is going to be Monday. Opportunity calls, we do them every week, guys, Monday and Thursdays. So get your guests plugged into those calls. They're effective, they're working. What we're doing, we're working on our communications corporately. Right now, I just strongly urge you to access your back office. We're using the back office with those banners and that to do some of the communications and announcements of events, but just kind of keep watching your email inbox here, because as we get communications up and running here, if you get something texted to you by your upline, I encourage you to get it out to your team. So if you hear about, like, we had a special platinum call last Thursday night and we got it out to the platinums, and we're asking them to get it out to their platinums. And so just things like that here, guys, to really try to get the word out, to communicate with people, because this thing, as you know, we're off and up into the air here, as Andrew said, and building toward this large event. So we're here to help. We're here to support. We love and appreciate each and every one of you, and encourage you to just get plugged in, stay excited, and we'll see everybody in October. Bye for now, guys.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much. We'll see you Monday night on the call.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you,
everybody.
Bye, everybody.
was
Let's
awesome.
go build it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey,
Great
y'all.
film.
Thank you.
How are you?
Great call.
Awesome call.
Merci.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you.